for eternity. In other words, without choices, there couldn't be more. And without more, then there couldn't be all of us.
I just have this sense that if there's so much violence on our planet, and there was violence in my heart when I went to Biloxi to find my father.
We know, but you see, there's a big difference between the Henri disc and the disc of despair and the disc of revenge. There's a big difference between that and that high-flying disc. We're not even comparing apples and oranges. And of course, it would be far better. We would rather see you in rage and revenge than in despair. We would rather you feeling revenge and rage than guilt. But we would far rather that you feel overwhelmment than rage, and hope than overwhelmment, and love than hope. In other words, there's always an improvement in the vibration. And that really is what we are all about. Source is, through all of you, finding higher and higher frequencies. The stakes are becoming more satisfying to all of us, you see. The misconception is that Source has got it all figured out, and that that's finished and perfect, and that humans are still vying for that understanding. Where what's really going on is Source is expanding into greater capacities of love through that which you are living. And when large...
So basically what she's saying with this Source energy is not over and it's not done and it's not complete. Source energy is using every last one of us. We all a part of that, and it's using us to grow. It's using us to become more. So it's no such thing as that it's all finished and done with. We are evolving as we go, and we are doing it, and it's expanding through each and every last one of us. So it's no such thing that it's finished and it's complete and it knows everything. No, we actually are constantly keep growing. So it's no such thing that is done. There's no deceased that's there. We constantly keep growing. So yeah.
Of your population are in abject hatred. You are launching rockets of desire that the Source within you joins. And the love in the non-physical becomes greater because of the hate that you lived. That's that expansion that we're talking about. But it doesn't do anybody any good if somebody doesn't line up with it. And Source never lowers. In other words, this high-flying disc that we're talking about, Esther plays with us, because sometimes she'll say, Abraham, I'm not in such a good mood, and I think you should come down and play with me.
So basically what she's saying about the rocket once again is that Source is actually catching that rocket of desire that you are constantly shooting out, which is something that you're doing every day. And once you shoot out this desire to Source, this is how you become more. This is how you become bigger than you are. This is how expansion happens, is that you have to line up with that rocket that you shot out. So you have to become what you put out. So that Source energy, which is that bigger part of you, already became that. You have to line up with it. So yeah, this is basically what she's talking about.